increase. Andhra Pradesh 52%, Telangana 52%, Karnataka 51%, Tamil Nadu 51.5%, Kerala 50%. The 21%, Tamil Nadu 51.5%, Kerala 50%. The total share of the South Indian states, which as it stands today, in the total scheme of things in the parliament, in the floor of the parliament, which is 23.9, will continue to remain 23.9 after this is passed. I don't understand where is this objection coming from. This is exactly what the Modi government has done by protecting the proportional representation of state which should not be disturbed. The argument, the demand that Stalin had made, this is the same thing that the Narendra Modi government has done, but today they are out there in Tamil Nadu doing drama by burning this constitution amendment bill. Let there be a limit to your hypocrisy, Rajaji. Let there be a limit to the hypocrisy of the DMK. Now, Speaker, sir, now the question is, what will be the scenario if we do not increase the seats proportionately by 50%? One of the arguments that has been proposed, advanced, is why don't you simply stick to 2011 census numbers, and based on 2011 census, without the 543 limit, increase the number of states. Now, if we were to increase the number of seats purely on the basis of 2011 census, by not providing...
He's not yielding.
By not providing a 50% increase, Chairman, sir, this will be the scenario. Tamil Nadu today has 39 seats. If delimitation were to be conducted purely on the basis of 2011 census, it will be 49 seats. What Narendra Modi government is giving to Tamil Nadu today is 59 seats, 10 seats more than what the opposition is arguing for. Kerala has 20. If only by 2011 census, if we had done the gerrymandering or the demarcation of the seats, Kerala will get only 3 seats in rice, 23 seats. Kerala today is getting 30 seats in rice. Karnataka today has 28. If only by the population, if we were to do for 2011 population, Karnataka will get 41. Karnataka is now getting 42. Andhra Pradesh is 25. If only by 2011 you do, it would be 33. Today Andhra Pradesh is getting 37. Whichever way you look at it, if you look at it from the way of 27 census, if you look at it from the way of 2011 census, if you look at it by 543 as redistribution, or by taking away all of these things and only basing it on population, none of these permutations and combination is going to give the southern states as best a deal as what Narendra Modi government has now given by this 50% proportionate increase in the population, in the seats formula. Now, Speaker, sir, now this is the second question. Chidambaram Saab yesterday has put a long article, a tweet, and said that the proportionate voice of the South Indian states will get diluted if there is a 50% rise in the number of seats. My question is, today, the share of the South Indian states in the overall scheme is 23.7%. It will continue to be 23.7%. How will the voice of the South get diluted? Second, the majority margin, the halfway mark today is at 272. If there is going to be a 50% increase in the total number of seats, naturally the halfway mark also will jump by 50%. So this whole argument that the southern states is going to lose because of the proportionate 50% increase, I will say, is not only a vacuous argument, it is an illogical argument, it is not only an unconstitutional argument, but most importantly, Speaker, sir, this is a mischievous argument that comes from creating anarchy in this country by misleading the people. Speaker, sir, now I would want to take a few minutes of the time allotted to me to examine the alternatives that the Congress party and the opposition has proposed. Now, there are broadly 3 alternatives that the Congress has proposed. The first alternative is, don't increase the 543 number of seats. Let the delimitation exercise or the Nari Shakti Adhiniyam come into existence, come into force on the 543 seats. I have already explained that one, it is constitutionally impermissible because Article 81, 82 demands the value of one vote, one value. Second, if we were to redistribute 543 seats based on 2027 census or 2011 census, the proportion of the seats that the southern states today have is going to further get reduced. Therefore, this first argument, the argument of postponing of delimitation exercise or the argument to freeze the number of seats as per 1971 absolutely holds no constitutional value and therefore must be rejected. Second, the argument that the opposition is making, the Chief Minister of Telangana has made, is to propose a very interesting hybrid model of linking the population of the state along with the GSDP, the state's per capita contribution and the state's gross development of the state. Now this argument, I don't know, Speaker Sir, who has advised the Chief Minister of Telangana. Either I can only say that they don't wish him well, because this proposal is laughable at the best and impractical at the worst. Let me explain why. First, if you will say that the vote of a common citizen in Telangana has more value than the vote of a common voter in Bihar, then you are defeating the constitutional principle of one value, one vote. I thank heavens that in 2026, when the country is doing delimitation, Narendra Modi ji is in power and Bharatiya Janata Party-led government will do the delimitation. Because if you remember, the way the Congress party, the UPA, divided the two undivided Andhra Pradesh into AP and Telangana, it was done the partition of AP and Telangana was done in a worse fashion than the British did the partition of India and Pakistan. This is the kind of legacy they have, Adhyakshi. Adhyakshi, I want to conclude by bringing to your notice only one important aspect. In the last 10 years of the Narendra Modi government, the south of India has enjoyed great support, encouragement for the developmental ambitions of the south. Speaker Sir, on a conservative estimate, if you compare the devolution of funds from the center to the South Indian states in the last 10 years and contrast it to the 10 years of the UPA, on an average, every single South Indian state has got not less than 250% more funds by the Narendra Modi government. The Narendra Modi government has also increased the budget for railway lines. The number of railway electrification that has taken place in the last 10 years under the Modi government in the southern states is unprecedented. Budget पे नहीं है, मैं आपको ये इतना प्यार आ रहा है ना आप लोगों को, समाजवादियों को दक्षिण भारत के बारे में, इसलिए मैं आपको बता रहा हूँ जी, इसलिए मैं आपको बता रहा हूँ सर। रेलवे बजट की बात देखिए आप, आंध्र प्रदेश में 2009 एंड 2014 के बीच में स्पीकर सर 886 crores was what they got. Narendra Modi government has given 10,000 crores. This is just one incident. Number of metros to the southern states has increased. Electrification has increased. Number of rails has increased. Number of airports has increased. The total devolution of funds to the South Indian states has increased. Most importantly, Speaker Sir, we have not only given the southern states more money, more rail, more infrastructure, but most importantly, for the first time in the country's history, more than 25 national institutions today allow for regional language examination. If I want to apply for CRPF, I can do it in writing examination in Kannada, in Telugu, which was not the case when the Congress party was ruling. We have respected language, we have provided more development, and today Narendra Modi is also providing more seats and more proportion allotment to the southern Indian states by protecting the South's voice in the total parliament, the floor of the House. Speaker Sir, I want to conclude by one last point that needs to be addressed. Speaker, sir, the argument that has been repeatedly made is that the argument that is repeatedly made is that the Narendra Modi government is bringing in this proposal to somehow create a disadvantage for the southern Indian states.